Hey, y'all. Goddess Renata, open intuitive circle. I was outside just chatting with Lisa Ann, and we got talking about the dementia village in a European country. And then in Providence, Rhode Island, turned some malls into um, little studios. I mean, it's very cool what we can do when we collaborate and take what we have now and move it into something new. I mean, that really is the new collaboration right now. Let me make sure that my phone volume is turned up. I've got my Pivo in my hand, and I'm trying to get some water and do a bunch of stuff all at one time, and I'm doing a horrible job at that. So let me put my Pivo in my on my phone. Let my phone hold my Pivo as I slide up and down, and then I'm gonna just get a little bit of water. Maybe I'm gonna get a little bit of water for myself. There we go. I think I'm good now. Is that good? I think it might stay. It might drop down. And then let's see. Do I have water in here? No water. Let me get some water. I'll be right back. Okay. Go get some water too. Be right back. All right. I'm back with my water. So we had April 1st. Today's April 2nd. I just got all my jewels on. I love all my jewelry. And actually, I had my water because I'm always imprinting water on one of the energy imprints with Dr. Emoto's work. I actually have the card deck and it's kind of fun. The one I pulled out was autonomic nerve hado. So for healing, it's about affection. I feel like I'm pretty affectionate with my Georgie. I'm not real affectionate with other people, not that way intimately, but I'm a really great hugger. But I found these cards. I don't remember somewhere. I might have ordered them online. Water Crystal Oracle by Dr. Emoto. It's pretty cool. In fact, he was one of the major inspirations when I started creating my tinctures, of which I'm going to preview at this fair coming up. We have the Crystal Spirit Intuitive Fair this Saturday and Sunday. It's always the first Saturday and Sunday of each month. So sometimes I'm off on dates, but it's April 7th and 8th. And if that's Saturday and Sunday, that's it. Saturday and Sunday, April 7th and 8th. And if I'm off on a day, don't point your finger at me. But there's only one Saturday and one Sunday at the first of the month in April. So there you go. And I'll be here 10 to 6. And then on Sunday, we start 12, so 12 to 5. But blah, blah. I'll be previewing one of my blends that I call FUN. And it's an acronym FUN. Freedom unifies now. In fact, I'm going to go get a spray. I'll be right back. Go have a sip of water. Be right back. I'm going to get my spray. So here's my spray. It's called Fun. Freedom Unites Now. And I pulled some cards and I did something different today for the collective. I had Lisa Ann and Debbie pull a couple of the cards. So we have like the collective wisdom, all three of us. Yeah. I mean, oftentimes for me, I have a way of doing something and then something else comes in that feels a little more better. So then I don't always jump ship, but then I'll like throw a little life raft and then, bring that new way in. So having others pull cards with me is kind of a fun thing. You could check that out yourself. I mean, if you're one that likes to use oracle cards and tarot cards, I always have my clients hold the deck, my different sayings, and as they're talking about what's what they want some insight on, the energy of their intention helps them to pull one of my sayings that my client and I can have an intuitive conversation with. So that's how I roll. A lot of new things come together when 1 and 2 meet. 1, 2, me and you. I said 3, 4, open the door. I said 5, 6, magic 6. I said 7, 8, raise that gate. I said 9, 10, we all win. So that is the idea, for us to come together inside first, in the heart, and then share our light out. Let's just get started. I talked about imprinting our water with a visual, such as Dr. Noto's water crystals, or some flowers, some sunsets, some water, some really fun family times. All of those have a vibration. And even though they are a snapshot of a memory, they're still usable. And yeah, I guess that's all I want to say about that one. Let's go and pull our cards. I've got several. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6. Here's how they look. And I haven't looked at them yet. I'm just showing them to you. Oh, 6. So let's shuffle. I'm shuffling. The shuffle's a good thing. I love the shuffle. And let's pull our first card. The first card is pretty much what I was talking about. United we stand. United we rise. United we stand. United we rise. Does that need clarification? From my viewpoint, once I'm united on the inside for something that's going on with me, I can share that out from a clear perspective. And then as that idea, that thought, that energy ripples out into the collective, my intention is for that to up-level everybody around me. United we stand. United we rise. All right. Let's see what our next one is. Oh, this is a good one. Dovetails. It's a new thought card. Your projections are your protections to rise out of beliefs you still claim you don't own. Your projections are your protections to rise out of beliefs you still claim you don't own. I mean, last year was an 8-year, right? And this year, 2025, is a 9. So we're ending and starting over again. But that idea of reflecting, whatever it is that you see and feel on the inside will be reflected to you on the outside in your life. Irrefutable laws of the universe. Irrefutable laws of the universe. What you are, what you vibrate, what you feel on the inside is reflected out So if what you notice on the outside is not to your liking, what do? We own that projection. And how do I own that projection? When I get irritated or agitated or frustrated or restless or just picky, picey uni for too long, I know if there's something going on the inside. So I tune inside And what's my favorite question? I'll use me as an example because I can only use me as an example. Renata, I say to myself, if there's nobody else out there but you, what would you be saying to you? And if I find that I'm a little irritated or frustrated, I just look at it and go, yeah. And I own that part of it that's me. I own that part of it that wants to be free. And when I own it, I set it free. Doesn't mean it won't come around again, but I have a lot more clarity with it. And I don't get triggered with it. And when I do, I embrace it, embrace to erase. Resistance creates more resistance. So, while projections can be a protection for things you don't want to own, and you can just be that way. You don't have to own them. But something I have been saying lately that I enjoy doing is assisting and creating more human ease. And first, more human ease with myself. So all of these tools that I utilize have been in my space and in my face and in my place, along my path. I've utilized them to make me a better person, a stronger personification of love. And my acronym for love, living only valuable experiences, loving one's vast experiences. And I'm not always talking about things are love and light. Sometimes things are funky. Sometimes the level of clarity that we reach just shows us that, huh, we've ensnared ourselves a little bit. We've chosen maybe a longer path than we needed to. Notice how I say we've chosen a longer path than we needed to. It's important that we understand the choice element. No matter what level of religiosity you've got going on inside of your head and your heart and your brain, no matter what level of spirituality you think you got going on in your head and your heart and your brain, know that if you're here now, incarnate on this planet at this time, you're it and a bag of chips. What you need to move through will show up. You'll open the door. You'll allow in a new flow. And whatever had you stuck within a short period of time, you will no longer be stuck. So owning your projections to protect you is good. But just know what that is. Okay. Let's see. This one. Oh, it's my God Mints card. God Mints. GODMENTS. God Mints. My acronyms for God. Gifts of discernment. Gifts of discernment. Like learning to read the room. Like sometimes knowing that a lot of the carrot dangling that goes on out there in the world are not necessary carrots for you to eat to expand your vision. A lot of that carrot dangling out there in the world, all those prescriptions for living. If you like that carrot, eat it. It's your choice. If someone gives you a prescription for living that works for you, live by it. But the gift of discernment would be that you would know the difference. You would know that you're choosing. You would integrate it, you would check it out, you put it on your plate. And then for me, I just check out to see if that makes my life more graceful. We can be free of struggle. We can be free of challenge. Doesn't mean that struggle and challenge does not come at my door, because sometimes it does. And a lot of times it's just my own struggle and my own challenge. Honestly, it is all about, for me, feeling like whatever I got going on is not good enough. And that's why I make things hard for myself. Like just not honoring just my gifted brightness. Clothing, sparkle, shine. My potential attitude of love and grace and joy. And lately, just bringing up lots of laughter, not laughing at anybody, laughing with, and seeing how powerful that is. Maybe the next movie with the whiz will be the laugh. The laugh. The laugh is a blast. All right. Gifts of discernment. And interesting, when I started doing my sayings, I was going to do a numerology deck, and I may do that. So a lot of my cards have numbers on them. This one has a 3, 3-0. And 3 is about the Trinity. 3 is about creativity or criticizing, which would be the opposite side of that. I always like to point out that criticizing is not the same as critiquing. If you're the one doing the action and creating, it's totally okay to choose to step outside of your creation and critique it to see how it feels. Is it on target for you? Gifts of discernment. Oh, there was another point too about creating a new story with your thoughts and your words, because that's what I'm talking about totally. And that is, I believe, our ability 365 days out of the year, 24 hours out of the day, and 7 days a week. It is our ability to be with ourselves, to be present. In fact, to be the present that we unwrap by our presence in our own bubble. And I don't remember who. Oh, I was maybe chatting with our kids the other day, and we were talking about indecision and how indecision is like, when you're indecision and you're indecisive. That was it, indecisive. And then what popped to me was like, well, maybe indecision is something like this. You say, right now, I'm not really clear about what's going on, so I'm going to sit in decision. I'm going to sit in decision. I'm going to sit and discern. I'm going to sit and I'm going to decide. So I'm in decision. I'm like, in a conference with myself. I'm creating a new vision plan. So instead of rushing off, I'm going to stop. I'm going to sit in potential decisions. So indecision doesn't have to have a negative connotation at all. It could be a wonderful up leveling potential for you and maybe for others. There's no more discussion about that. Let me just finish. What was the card? Oh, gifts of discernment. On to the next one. So let's see. Let's do this one. Oh, this is interesting. Let me read it and then I'll talk about what's interesting. Synchronicities in life unfold just for you. Synchronicities in life unfold just for you. You say, like, what? What does that mean, Donna Renata? Synchronicities in life unfold just for you. When you learn to know in your flow, to follow your flow, to allow newness to come into your life, when you open up the door, you close it behind you, and then you just allow yourself to be surprised, that new surprise is a synchronicity. I had a friend that used to call it the cosmic woo-woo. That works too. But synchronicity is the new timeline, the new time frame. So look for her and look for them. Synchronicities are your friend. Synchronicities in life unfold just for you. Doesn't that feel warm and fuzzy? Oh, and it's an 8. I was just talking about 8. The as above, so below, the inside, the outside. Yeah. So looking for those, oh, actually, excuse me, it's not even looking for those synchronicities because synchronicities come to you. You just have to allow them. Okay. I have 2 more cards. Let's read the last one of my inner wisdom sayings. I like this one. Actually, I have 3 more. Got problem? Question mark. Make light of it all so you can see clearly. God problem? Make light of it all so you can see clearly. Make light. I didn't say ignore it, go run and hide, shush it away. I said make light. To me, when I say make light, it's like level it up, create a new story about that. Feel it in a different way, say it in a different way, and train it in a different way, and you energize it in a different way. Say it in a different way, and you energize it in a different way, and it has a different impact. You can re-intend everything that comes to you and through you for transmutation. Every single thing. Got problem? Make light of it all so you can see clearly. So on the collective, though, on the collective pull, the 2 cards that Lisa Ann and Debbie pulled, bliss. It was an acronym for bliss. Better looking inside, serene, satisfying. There's a couple others for bliss. Be love inside, solid. C, serenity. I just have 2 on the side of that one. And you know, the number on this one was a 56/11. So it's unification, that's a 2, or illumination. I actually love the idea of illumination because that, in essence, being the ripple in the pond at the same time being the illuminator, that's what's going on with a lot of us. So that's why that learning to read the room, having that clarity of heart before you speak, And your presence may be enjoyed with laughter, which would uplevel everything in the situation. So that was part of the pulling for the collective bliss. Let's use this. Be love inside, solid, safe, and serene. Be solid inside, solid, safe, and serene. All right. And then what's this other one? Oh, I love this one. Actually, this a lot of my sayings come in dreams or in other kinds of ways when I'm just reading or talking to someone. Some thoughts come to my head, so I write them down. This was one of those. It was a clear dream about going up a bunch of steps in a building, like a house, and there are lots of exits and entrances and windows. And it was in the dream, it was challenging for me to decide like which one to go through. And I may have woken up and written this down. I don't remember exactly, but it's a really good reminder for a lot of us when we start to struggle and make things too difficult or follow in that dangling carrot and forget to eat it to expand our own vision. And we get lost in the struggle. We start looping, is what I call it. Oftentimes, the straightest path is through the front door. Oftentimes, the straightest path is through the front door. And that's a 7. So sometimes you have to journey and have many lessons and integrate those blessings from those lessons, the ability to reflect on your booty, not the booty you sit on, you know, but the booty, the bounty that is yours from living a life full of grace and love, being really to be in service and not of service to mankind. That's what we're all doing here in our own way, sharing our light. Not being insistent on attempting to always be right. Sometimes it's not black, sometimes it's not white, a lot of times it's just gray. But that certainly doesn't mean you can't be around to play another day. Just don't get stuck in the yes and no of things. Do your best to move to neutral and then move from there. And if you find you have to be in decision, then allow yourself to be in decision. So those are those two. Was there another? Oh, last one's a number card. And I'm sliding off of the edge. Ah, sliding off of the edge. Okay. Let's see. The last number card. What is it? Oh, Ace of Clubs. Clubs doesn't look like a brain. Well, kind of like a brain. Part of a brain. Or a cauliflower. Or 3 circles together. Or like a tree, right? I don't know. But ACE in my system, when I use numerology, is a 1. So initiation into new secrets, initiation into new ways of thinking, new ways of being, new ways of integrating, new ways of sharing, new ways of loving you, thinking of new ways to love you. I mean, there's a lot of people on different feeds doing, journaling for self-care, other kinds of things that are focused on finding new ways to love self, new ways to appreciate self, old ways to appreciate self work as well. Collaboration, synchronicity, learning to let go by embracing, to erase. and being your best love inside, safe and serene. It's a marvelous time to be alive. I find myself being infinitely appreciative of all the love that is in my life and my ability to catch that sometimes I just kick my ass overthinking things, overdoing things, trying too hard. I said just recently, like just yesterday, I've learned how to love myself even deeper and just appreciate all aspects of myself. Learn to love the good, the bad, the ugly, and all in between. Life is good in the neighborhood. Let's go ahead and give us all one more little fun spray. I'd love to see you here at the Crystal Spirit Intuitive Healing Arts Fair. It's the first Saturday and Sunday of each month, and it's coming up this Saturday and Sunday. I'll be here, Goddess Renata, from 10 to 6 on Saturday and 12 to 5 on Sunday. And there'll be other readers and healers here. So, and you know what? We don't even charge to get in. That's free, but you can come around and be around all this marvelous energy. And if you decide to partake of, having an intuitive conversation with me or a healing session with another one of our healers and or, practitioners here, wonderful. This is a great place to hang out. Okay. I guess I'm just gonna say goodbye. Goodbye. I gotta take my phone out of the Peebo. Here we go. And I have recording on, so I have to stop the recording. I'm just going to go ahead and end it. I think like click end, and there we go.